Streaming now, this is the Wood TV Live Desk.
And good afternoon, everyone. Phil Penarski here with the News 8 Live Desk. Hope you're all having a great start to your day today. Look who is joining us once again. It is News 8's business reporter Madalyn Burrsma. She's here, and we're going to be talking a lot about a bunch of different things that she's been working on and some things that she's got her eye on leading as we get more and more into 2025. Madalyn, thank you so much for stopping by today.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me again.
Of course. I know we're about 2 weeks or so into 2025, but that doesn't mean that we still can't remember what a year it was in 2024 for businesses here in West Michigan. Not just a bunch of new businesses coming in, but we did say goodbye to some real legends in the business community as well, whether they be restaurants that people have been going to for years or some storefronts. You tackled them all in 3 recent stories that you released, talking about closings we saw in 2024, openings we saw in 2024, and also developments for people to keep an eye on in 2025. Madalyn, I do want to, of course, start with the closings. We did say goodbye to some real giants here in West Michigan.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of closures in 2024. A lot of them because business owners just wanted to retire or they were just ready to move on to the next chapter in their lives. One business that I wanted to highlight was Elliott's News. It was a 100-year-old newsstand that was in downtown Grand Rapids. Changed a lot over the course of those 100 years, of course. At one point, they shifted and started offering tobacco products. At one point, it had dozens of newspaper titles, along with about 70 Sunday editions. It was one of the first lottery retailers in the area. But it was time for that business owner to close. He said part of it was high interest rates, part of it was tough competition from companies like Amazon, but he was just ready to retire and move on with his life.
It really is a blast from the past when you think about it. Just, obviously newspapers and then also selling tobacco in that process. I mean, sort of an interesting history there with that one.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a really fun story to do just because it's so interesting to hear about that history and to hear from the business owner about just his experience working as a newsstand.
Right.
But I also wanted to highlight Grand Rapids Brewery. Of course, they had a fire in February of 2024 and never reopened their doors. Some other highlights: Jody's Restaurant in Rockford closed so that the business owner could retire. Frankie V's in Wyoming closed to make way for a housing development. Reserve in downtown Grand Rapids closed. The B2 Outlets closed their stores across West Michigan. So definitely a lot of businesses that will be missed by the community.
And speaking of Grand Rapids Brewing Company, that was one in particular that really hit home to me. I had been going there quite a bit since I moved to Grand Rapids. So it was a little sad to see that go. But kind of shifting, obviously we don't want to dwell too much on the sad parts here. There is a lot to be excited about here, and there was a lot in 2024 here in West Michigan. We saw about 24 or so new businesses, at least the ones that you kind of took aim at in your story that, again, I want to pitch out to everybody that you can find it right now on woodtv.com. But 24 businesses, and I do want to highlight one cool thing in particular. This is a live look at the website. If you look into that story of the businesses that we welcomed in 2024, you can see this interactive map actually shows you where each of those locations are. You can click into them, learn a little bit more about them, the name, and also find, of course, the article into that location. So that's over on the website. Check it out at any time. But Madalyn, what are some of those businesses that did come in 2024 that you were really excited about, really want to re-emphasize that, hey, these businesses are here for people to go and take advantage of?
So one trend that I noticed in 2024 was a lot of businesses were opening up that were so-called eat-ertainment spots. So they had both food and some type of activity to do. We saw a lot of spots open up with pickleball offerings and golf offerings. So like Big Mini Putt Club opened up in downtown Grand Rapids. They have mini golf and a bar that would be fun to check out. Gimme's in downtown Grand Rapids is a golf and restaurant in downtown Grand Rapids. Some other spots with activities include Garsnet Beacon Candle. They're a spot where you can stop in and make a candle. They opened up a 3rd location in 2024 in Saugatuck. Main Event is a family fun spot that just opened up at the Woodland Mall in Kentwood. So lots of activity-based restaurants and businesses open in 2024. We also saw a return of like physical mediums. So there's a lot of record shops and bookstores that open in 2024. Those are definitely seeing a resurgence as people really like to get their hands on physical copies rather than the digital side of things.
And I'm sure a lot of people watching now, or people have checked out those articles, have already gotten the chance to check out some of those places. But if you're still looking to check out some of these brand new locations, again, they're probably under a year old at this point across Grand Rapids and the West Michigan area. You can find all of that information inside Madalyn's story on woodtv.com. Before we go, one thing that I know that not just us here in the newsroom have been kind of paying attention to for the past couple of months, but we've gotten a lot of emails from people that have also been kind of paying close attention to a lot of the construction projects, a lot of new developments that are going to be coming in 2025. Again, we're still just a couple of weeks into the new year, so really not just throughout the rest of 2025, but into the other next couple of years. There are a lot of new developments that you have kind of kept an eye on, including that soccer stadium and amphitheater that we have been so prized to talk about.
Yeah, so I would definitely keep an eye on downtown Grand Rapids this year. There's a lot of development underway or might start underway soon. Like you mentioned, the soccer stadium on the west side is set to start soon, construction on that. The Acrisure Amphitheater construction is already underway on that project. Developers are also in the planning stages of a triple towers project in downtown Grand Rapids. This would bring the tallest building to Grand Rapids. It would include office space, apartment space, condos, some mixed-use space. So definitely an exciting time in downtown Grand Rapids. Some other developments to watch: the Rose Hotel in Rockford is an exciting project that is set to open sometime this year. And then there's a major expansion at the Gun Lake Casino that includes a hotel, a oasis with pools, and that's set to open up soon. So definitely some exciting times in West Michigan, lots of cranes in the air, as they say.
Yeah, right. Definitely something to keep an eye on, of course. But one way that you can make sure that you never miss anything is just simply by keeping up with all of Madalyn's reportings. Again, just check out the Building West Michigan category over on our website, woodtv.com. There you can know what's coming, what's leaving, what's coming up ahead, all of that all across West Michigan. Thanks in part to Madalyn. Madalyn, thank you so much for stopping by.